Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Ewell.
Everything will be alright as long as I get my cut of the money. Don't go around calling me Mr. Ewell. My name's been Bob since the day I was born, and it'll be Bob till the day I die.
Okay, Bob. Now, I'm aware you have children. What are they like?
My children, I got 8 them little rascals. Taught them everything they know, and they know how to fend for themselves.
What's your lifestyle like, Bob?
I collect my money from them donators, and then I go buy my beer, and I go hunting for food, and I let my children go and fend for them themselves over at that there dumpster.
Now, what were your feelings when you won the trial against Tom Robinson?
I thought them black man there guy was coming to him, 'cause he deserved to die. I only wish that he was hurt more, because what he did was completely unacceptable, and I was ready to go out and kill him myself.
Yes, but did you care about what would happen to him?
You know, I haven't really thought about it too much, but I really did want him to be hurt the same way my Mayella was, because what he did has scarred her for life.
Okay, now, this may be a personal question for you, sir, but how do you treat your children?
Are you questioning how I treat my children? Because I take great care of my children, and I taught them how to fend for themselves. Don't you go questioning how I treat my children.
Okay, but why don't you let them go to school?
My children don't need to learn none of them school stuff. They got everything they need to know.
How do you suppose they're going to grow up without an education?
Are you thinking that I don't know what's the best for my children? Well, I taught them everything I know so they could live a happy life and fend for themselves, and they know how to live their lives out.
Well, speaking of happy lives, how will they get money for a living?
Them donators are gonna give them money just like they gave me money.
How do you feel about African Americans, Bob?
Them black men, they don't know what's good for them. I think that they need to learn how to do their own thing separate from us white people. 'Cause we are educated members of society. But them there black people are not good for anything but physical labor.
Okay, now, what kind of language do you use around your children?
I use real language around my children. I don't protect them from society. They're gonna learn them slurs and curses in the real world, in the real job place. When they're doing whatever they do, they're gonna hear it around town. People ain't gonna sugarcoat it for them.
Now, I bring up this topic because Burris, I think his name was, said some nasty things to his teacher on his first day. Is this true?
Burrs is my favorite, because Burrs, he embraces the lifestyle that he's gonna live when he gets older. He knows what real life is like because he's been exposed to them curses and slurs. People have hated on him for his entire life just because he can't graduate them their first grade.
Okay. Now, bringing back to the trial, after it, did you have any feelings of celebration praising yourself for Mayella?
I didn't do none of that because if Mayella got used to everything being sugar-coated, then she's going to get used to it all the time and she won't be able to support herself.
Now, how does Mayella feel about this whole tragic incident?
Maella's bouncing back as quick as anyone could expect her to. Even quicker if you count how long I thought she was going to take. So I feel that based on how she's going to rebound, she's going to be right back from this incident. But we will not forget what them black men did to my Mayella.
Now, what about confidence-wise?
Mayella is as confident as ever, and she has never, ever been as proud and happy as she is now.
Now, why didn't you call a doctor?
Are you questioning what my Mayella told me? Because she said that she was sexually assaulted by this man. So if what you're asking me is what you believe, then you are questioning my judgment as a father. And I don't appreciate it when people do that.
Okay, Bob, calm down. Now, how do you feel about Atticus Finch?
I think them there sneaky lawyer going around like a snake, he tricking people in that there courtroom. He even lied to the jury about Tom Robinson being innocent. So I hate that man, and I think that he's gonna get what's coming to him sooner than later.
I heard that you've been stalking Miss Helen Robinson. Is that true?
Are you accusing me of stalking the woman who was married to he was married to the attacker of my Mayella? Because if so, I take that great offense, because that was completely wrong.
Okay. Now, do you believe the people of this town have forgotten about you and your family?
I think that things are the way they should be, and I hope that things don't change. Because I feel that my place in society is right where I want it to, and I'm comfortable with how I am right now.
Do you think your children are going to have a difficult time as adults?
I think that they are fine, and that they will live out their lives to the fullest just like I have.
All right, then. Okay, well, I think we're going to go to a break for now. We'll catch you later. Well, that's all we have for tonight, guys. We'll see you next week for more on Mako.